Well, I'll tell you what, Easter, we were just talking about it, Dorothy, 2 weeks away.
2 weeks away.
Oh my goodness, and I'm not really quite mentally prepared for that yet because it's a little early this year, but you're going to help us get on board with what's going to be happening as far as helping us with decorating.
Well, we're going to put a spin on what we were just talking about, the bonnet. We're going to make it a bunnet.
A bunnet? Oh, I love it.
So I brought everything with, and it's going to end up being it. You can use it as a door decoration, or you can hang it on your wall. She'll be there to greet your Easter guests.
The brave will wear it. I'm just saying.
Maybe. It's going to start out with a big straw hat.
Oh, wow.
And everything is available at Michael's. We're going to use a little foam visor here and some ribbon, and we're going to use a punch. And we've got 2 sheets of white, kind of the stiff felt, and 1 sheet of the pink, and that's going to be for the bunny's ears. And
now,
I
see
just
that you've got some forms that you have that you used.
I made a pattern.
I don't blame you.
And yeah, it's very simple. So the viewers can do that at home themselves. They can make a pattern, but so I just made a pattern. And we're going to use some pom-poms. These are going to be for upper cheeks, I guess.
Yeah, we were asking, what are they called? I don't know, where the whiskers come out, the big praise.
So, and some eyes, and this is what we're going to use the punch for, is we're going to punch some little white ovals to put behind the eyes.
Now, could I ask, if somebody doesn't have a punch, could they do that by hand?
Oh,
it's a little tougher, but they could still do it?
They could do it by hand, yes. And then we're going to use our glue. Now, I started this, and I started it at Michael's, and I used the hot glue. But if you're going to do this with the kids, and it's a nice kids project, it's a lot of fun to see what the hat starts out as plain and then turns into a bunny. You're going to want to use the tacky glue with the kids. Don't want to burn the little fingers or the big fingers like we talked about last week.
Yeah, we've all singed ourselves that way, that's for certain. All right, well, I'll tell you what, I'm excited, and I know that you're going to be working on this, and we're going to check back in a little bit, and you're going to show us, you know, just as we help you get started, you've already got the ears in place. What would you suggest be the first thing to put on after we were at this point?
Well, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put this little ribbon in there. There's a couple little, they must be little air holes in the hat, and I went ahead and I started out, I put a piece of wire in the top ones, so that you've got something to hang it with.
And you've got a hanger there.
Yeah, so you've got something to hang with. And then I put the ears on next. And like I say, I did these at Michael's, so I went ahead and there's really no special order. You know, however you want to do it, and I just kind of started it this way simply because I started ahead of time. All
right, well, I'm going to let you get back to crafting, and we'll be checking in with you a little bit to see how your progress is going. You're not on a time limit, though,
All right.
All right, and while you're finishing up our great Easter bunnet on the way, we're going to be getting caught up on what's happening in the RV world. So it's a big, busy, exciting morning, and we'll be right back. I'll tell you what, Dorothy Crabb joins us from Michael's. It was funny because I thought, oh, it's going to take her time because I go by what my skill set is. She had this bunny done in like 2 minutes. It's like, wow.
I cheated. I had everything pretty well set to go.
But it's just adorable.
But it wouldn't take long to make. I mean, if you went from start to finish, like I say, you start with the plain straw hat. First thing would be to put your little wire in the top and those little air holes and put your ears on. And then I just take and cut these little things off of
the back's off.
Yeah, off the visor, and you use 1 spool of ribbon. And I just took about a 16-inch piece to attach the hat. And then with the rest, I made a bow. And then there's a couple other little holes. Just tuck the little chenille sticks in the hole and add the ears, add the eyes and the little cheeks and the little teeth.
Nice.
And she's all set to go, and we clipped a little flower on her hat.
Super and ready to go, and I bet if people were creative, they could probably make boy bunnies to go with it too. With
they probably could. I was thinking about maybe using a baseball cap.
Oh, there you go.
But we only carried the adult size, and I couldn't figure out how I could get it on.
Oh, you're creative.
On my Bunnets hat.
Hat. All right, super. Well, thank you so much for showing us how easy this is. It's adorable. It'll become something that folks will enjoy to have in their home for years and years to come.
Right.
And thank goodness they're in color, because I'll tell you what, there's another snowstorm coming our way. Poor Sean. Welcome to the UP. He's going to have details on that. He just gives us a big thumbs up. A lot of details on that on the way next.